Okay, everyone, I'm here to give you my video today. Usually every Saturday I try to do a movie review every Saturday, but that kind of hasn't really worked out because I usually get busy doing stuff every Saturday, but right now I'm not really all that busy, and I figured I'd just do one. I'm going to try to do a movie review every Saturday, but don't really guarantee it. This is going to finish up the Toy Story series reviews. I reviewed. You can check out all the other ones on the playlist, but I reviewed the first one, the second one, the third one, and all like the little ones they did with the fast food restaurant one, when Party Sauce Rex, and the Hawaii one when Barbie and Ken had the big Hawaiian thing. Today I'm going to review a Halloween special episode, or I guess movie of it. If you can hear stuff, my sister's having a birthday party right now, so anyhow, so it is a big Halloween episode, and Halloween's actually because Disney Channel was doing a Halloween themed like week last week, and I just had a chance now to watch it. And this is a Halloween themed Toy Story, and it's called Toy Story Toys of Terror. Well, it's actually called Toy Story of Terror. And you're gonna see what this is all about. And normally it likes to start off with like the sky background. It's all nice and peaceful, but then it just kind of switched over to a horror themed kind of one, which I thought was good. And this came out on October 16th, 2013, so it came out last year. Not around this time, but yeah, a little bit before then. And it kicks off with I think Bonnie and her mother, I forget her name. I don't even think they ever say her name. And they're going on a trip. I don't even think they said where they're going. I didn't catch that. Yeah, it didn't even say the name. And what else happens? The toys. It's only Woody, Buzz, Rex, Jessie, Mr. Potato Head, well, it was Mr. Potato Head, Mr. Prickly Pants, Trixie, and I think that's it. And they're all watching a horror movie, in like one of those portable DVD players that is in the in the TVs, and they're all rooting for him. Rex is like, get it, because there was this girl that was running away from a vampire. This movie might exist, it might not, but it could just be in cartoon form. And Rex is encouraging her to get away. Trixie doesn't think she can. Woody's like, no, don't listen to her, you can do it. And Mr. Prickly Pants is a big theater fan. He likes movies, and he knows like the background about them. I don't know how he does, but he does. So he like explains like how a movie works, and he does this throughout the movie. Talks about how like Mr. Potato Head was talking about how he's bored, and he talks about how they have to like, this is just to build up like a big part of the movie, which is true. Mr. Potato Head, while he's talking, just takes out his ears because he just does, so he can't hear him. And then Jessie, the main character of that movie that they were watching, gets run into it by a cat because she was going to use it to defend herself, a vase to defend herself against the vampire. And Mr. Prickly Pants was like, everyone knows you use a wooden stake to the heart against a vampire to kill it, not a vase. And then she thinks that the vampire's behind there, but it ends up being a cat. And Jessie's like, that's not that scary. And then the car hits a bump, and Jessie falls into a toolbox. And Jessie is very claustrophobic. She doesn't like being in boxes because of what happened in Toy Story 2, how she was like abandoned in a box for a while. so so she starts freaking out, and everybody gets her out. They use some sort of tool to get her out, and they pull it, and so then the car gets a flat tire. So then they're stuck there. Um, they have to stay at a motel called Sleep Well, and it's free Wi-Fi, and it's kids free. Kids get in for free, and you're gonna find out, I think, why the kids get in for free. And what happens is Mr. Prickly Pants is like hyping this up like a horror movie, saying like usually in the motel that's like the bad place to get caught by to get a to get into trouble. Like that's where like you get killed or something. And they're gonna be stuck there for like a night. And then Mr. Potato Head goes out to investigate something. He wants to get like the free soaps, all the free stuff. And then Mr. Prickly Pants types it up like, don't leave, because the first one that always leaves a group is usually the first one to get it, like to get killed. And Woody doesn't want them to leave because he doesn't want anyone to get lost, because I guess a motel is an easy place for a toy to get lost. And Mr. Prickly Pants wants to leave to see Mr. Potato Head get it, and Trixie leaves to do something. I don't remember what she went to do. And then Woody and Buzz go to gather up everybody, so Jessie's stuck there alone, and she gets freaked out. And she comes out, and we see something move around the room, but we never find out what it is. I think it was Buzz, but it probably wasn't Buzz. And they get all the gang together, but Mr. Potato Head's not there. He's the only one that's not there, and Prickly Pants is like, what happened to everybody? So then they're gonna go search for Mr. Potato Head, and Rex steps in something. It was like what was supposed to be ghost plasm, and Woody's telling everyone that there's no such thing as ghosts, but it was like some sort of goop. I guess it was supposed to be ghost plasm, and ectoplasm. And then Trixie looks down a vent because Mr. Potato Head had stepped in that goop, and I guess that's where his tracks went. So so Trixie looks to see under there, and she falls in the vent. So then they all try to figure out a way to get in there. So Rex just charges at them, and they all fall down. And then everyone is gonna go look for Potato Head, and it's really dark down there. But since Buzz can glow in the dark, they use him as a light. And Rex is like, so what happens next? And Mr. Prickly Pants says, well, this is usually the part in the movie where everyone gets separated, and somebody else becomes the next victim, and that person was Mr. Prickly Pants. And Woody's like, where's Mr. Prickly Pants? He's like, Rex is like, I don't know, he's standing right here, but this is bad, because now we don't know what's going to happen next. So then Rex gets taken, and so Woody, Buzz, and Jessie get freaked out, and they run away from something, and they try to use Buzz's laser to see what it is, and they keep pointing them in the direction, and it ends up being Mr. Potato Head's hand, which I thought was strange, that his hand didn't got it. And then he's pointing up, but they think it's charades, and they guess like the number 1 plus 1's 1. Just Woody and Buzz guess like a bunch of wrong answers. And Jessie's like, hey guys, I think he's pointing up. And there's like a way out. So they find a way out. They're in the bathroom. And they can't really get out, I guess, because they'll fall and get broken or something. So, Buzz ties Mr. Potato Head's hand to the towel holder that holds the towels when you dry your hands after you wash them. And he takes, the 3 fins that hold the shower curtain, and then he uses the fin that you turn the tub to water, that you make the drain not go, close it. I don't really know what it's called, and they use it as a zip line. And then Mr. Potato Head's hands trying to search for directions. So then Buzz and Woody start arguing about where the directions are, and then Jessie hears a voice saying, "Come here," and Jessie tries to tell Woody and Buzz about it, but they get taken. So then Jessie gets freaked out, and then we see somebody get taken, and his name's Combat Call, and he wants Jessie to get out of there as soon as possible before she gets seen. But he's like, "No, I can't. My friends get here." And then he's like, "Well, this is what happens when you look for a friend." And his hand's not there. He has no hand. And then Combat Call talks about how the only thing that's keeping him going is his son. I think his name was Little Combat Call. And then when I thought of Combat Call, I remember this scene from the first toy when Sid blew up a Combat Call. So I was thinking about that scene. And then they hear the voice again, and Combat Call goes to see what it is. They try to get away from it, and Combat Call says, grab my arm." And of course, he reaches out and he puts out the arm that doesn't have a hand on it, which was an idiotic move. And then he gets taken by this thing, and then Jessie tries to get away. We find out this thing that's been taking him is a lizard, which is strange. It's like a pet, and it acts like a dog because he's painting like a dog. And then he has Mr. Potato Head's hand, and he eats it, and then he takes Jessie. He puts her in a box, well, not like a box you close, but in like a box. And the motel manager takes it, and he puts it inside a glass, I guess, container, and not really a container, but like you put it like a closet where you put all the toys in, and they're all happy they found each other, and we find out that he's selling this to the motel manager's a bad guy. He's been selling these toys, and he's been stealing them, and I guess he's trained his lizard to go get them, and he sells them. And they try to get out. They find Little Combat Call, and he tries to, and we find this thing that when it's this toy that you flip it up and you get the candy out of it, and it was like this big superhero guy, and he has paper clips, and they try to get out. The Little Combat Call Legos form into like a stairs, and they try to open the notch because it's notch, and the paper clips fall, and they didn't have anymore. He only had 3. And we have a toy clock, and he talks about how this guy could be back any minute now. And the little candy thing sees that the motel manager, that there was a sale made, and it ends up being Woody. And Woody's going to get sold. So they wrap him up, put him in a box, and then everyone gets worried. So then when Jessie gets sold, and the motel manager takes her out. They actually bought Woody too for $2,000, by the way, which I thought was kind of strange because no one. I would think they would buy Buzz first at least, because no one. I'm surprised they bought Woody first, because no one ever buys Buzz. No one ever bought Woody over Buzz. Everyone always liked Buzz better. So anyhow, so then the guy comes to talk about the flat tire. So this is Bonnie and her mother, and he does a stupid thing and puts Jessie down, and Jessie tries to open the thing, but she's not tall enough, and she has to go get Woody, but the delivery person comes and takes Woody, has to make 2 trips, and Woody and they make up an idea that Jessie's gonna get in a box, go get Woody, and then they're gonna let them all out. Jessie doesn't want to get in the box though, obviously because she's claustrophobic. And Combat Call says, "You can do it." Gives them like a motivational speech, and when he says when Combat Call struggles with something, he always says Combat Call never gives up. Combat Call finds a way. I want you to say it now. And she says it with his name. He's like, "With you're not Combat Call." He's like, and then she says Jessie never gives up. Jessie finds a way. So then she opens the box, and we find out that I'm trying to think, what's this guy's name? it was a robot. There was this robot, and she frees him, and she has him put him in the box. And at first she wanted him to tape a shield, to tape the box, but the seal the box, but she doesn't want him to do that because then she won't get out. So she hasn't put the box on top, and the box that was on when the delivery person comes to get it, the box that was on top of the box she was on falls, so then it gets sealed, so she can't get out, and she starts freaking out, getting claustrophobic. But then she starts saying that chant, Jessie never gives up, Jessie finds a way. So then she finds a paper clip, bends it, breaks it, and uses it to get out of the box. And then she gets Woody out, and we don't actually see this scene, but then Woody and Jessie make it back to the game, and they were gonna do the original plan, get everybody out. But then she sees that Bonnie and her mother are out there, and she's gonna go see them, because I guess open the curtain so they would see that they're there. But then the lizard attacks her, and Jessie kicks the lizard's throat, and Combat Call's hand falls out, and then she does the same thing with then she sees Mr. Potato Head's arm still in there, and she uses that to open the curtain. And then Bonnie and her mother see that their toys are stolen, and they take them, and I guess they press charges, and then they leave, and everyone's all back together again, and then Mr. Potato Head's gone. So then Mr. Fluff Pants, or whatever his name is like, well, I guess maybe they've taken the final victim. And they're like, no, he's right there. And he's like all happy, he's reuniting with his arm. He's like, we'll never be separated again. And then he breaks apart. He's like, oh, nuts. And then everyone laughs. And then Rex is like, so what happens next? And Mr. Prickly Pants is like, now I think the credits should be rolling about now. And they did. So he could call what was happening, which was funny. So Mr. Prickly Pants was like the narrator and knew how movies worked. And he was like telling you how the movie worked. So I thought that was good. And then the credits, they like to play what happens afterwards. And afterwards, everyone, all the other Toys, Combat Call and Combat Call are gonna go back to their owners, and the police try to arrest the motel manager, and he's like, I'm not the motel manager, let me go get him. And then he steals one of the police cars, and he drives into a sign and tries to run away. And that's how it ended. I thought that was hilarious. And as for this, I thought that this was actually pretty good. It felt more like a Halloween thing. Really, it wasn't, obviously, but this is what the toys are afraid of, to get sold and stuff, get separated from the owners. So, they would use their fear. And I thought this was good stuff. And now I've done all the Toy Story reviews, and if there's ever any more, I definitely will review more. But that's pretty much it, guys. You can check out the other Toy Story reviews on this channel, and I'll be back to do another video sometime soon.